Okay, so today is April 25th, and the topic of today's reading from the book Affirmations for the Inner Child by Rocker Lerner is anticipation. I will greet this new day with anticipation and excitement. Sometimes the day weighs heavily upon me as I lie in bed at night. It is difficult to sleep as I reflect back over the day. Each mistake and each problem looms large in my head. I wonder whether I can face another day. The morning dawns, giving birth to a new day, giving birth to a new supply of energy that will be just enough for today. If I focus only on the present, I don't need to fear the future. I will have enough energy to face whatever problems wait for me there. Each new day brings opportunity to start over, to leave behind the mistakes I've made. If I've failed, if I've made wrong choices, I will say the apologies that need to be said and move on. My soul is refreshed by the sun and the promise of a brand new day. Like a gleeful inner child, I will greet this day with anticipation and excitement. So, well, yes, today, the reading of today is inviting us to have a little bit of hope, right? Uh, to clean the slate, perhaps, every time that we uh, start a new day. It's inviting us to forget past mistakes and to remember us, to remind us that we are not supposed to be living in the past and we're not supposed to be waiting for the future all the time, right? We have to live the present just as it is. And in its own way, also, the reading is telling us to remind us that we need nothing, right? We need to expect nothing out of the world. We just have to give it our best with whatever it is that we have in that moment, right? And that is important, right? That is important to remember, not to be living in the past all the time and not be living expecting the future all the time, but living remembering that we just have to do our best with the day that we have in that moment, right? In that particular moment, right? To enjoy it and to make the best out of it, right? And the important part of that also is that we have to remember that the only source of energy that we need for that day is our own will, right? The willpower that we have to do things, right? To act upon things, right? And we need nothing to gain energy from because the only energy that we need is the love that we have toward the things that we do, right? And that's where fasting comes into play for us to remember that we need fasting to remind us that we don't need anything from the world to do what we need to do, right? And sometimes, in fact, it's much better not to take anything from the world and not take those things for granted, right? Don't take don't give us ourselves the sense of entitlement to eat every day because we might not deserve it or we might not need it at all, right? Or we just might not be entitled to take that food and instead take something else, right? Or just don't take anything in that day and allow for others to take also, right? In any case, that's the reading of today. If you'd like to give it a thumbs up, leave any comments below, subscribe to the channel, share through social media, and as always, if Providence allows it, we will meet each other in a different day.